A lot of fascinating occurrences on tonight's episode. We have one contestant in full captain's attire who does a Dr. Evil impersonation and can bench press 300 plus pounds. We have Peter, who, had he risked everything on that last daily double, would have been in another tie here, this time on the bad end of it. And we just have a very intriguing situation. So why don't we get right into this? Start with this, I don't think I've ever used this plum color before. I'm kind of excited. Ryan and Jennifer. Jennifer, first look at what happens if she doubles up. So 10,800. It's very close to the purple color that I use often. So 21.6, that's a difference of 7,000 for Ryan. Now we look at what happens if he's wrong with that. He'll be left with 7,600, 75.99. We'll add the dollar later. So to stay above that, Jennifer can wager up to 3,200. And Peter up to 1,400. Now, what will happen if Peter doubles up? He goes for everything. So of 18,000. So for Jennifer to cover that, that's going to be 7,200. She is in Stratton's dilemma, so she'll have a choice to make here. And for Ryan to cover that, not really a good wager, but it's going to be 3,400. Alright, if Jennifer is wrong with that 7,200 wager, well, she might as well just wager everything. It doesn't really matter if she wants to go for this big amount. So we don't need to look at any downsides there. If for some reason Ryan goes for this 3,400, I'm not going to be too concerned about that. Alright, I'm going to grab a new color for our second order wagers, which are, let's do red. Basically anything that Jennifer would do as a maximum, or Peter would do as a maximum. We'll see what they have with those wagers. So if Jennifer goes for this 3,200 amount, she'll have 14,000. So if Ryan thinks that she's going to go small, then he could wager at most 600 or 599. And that means that Jennifer wants to cover that possibility. She should wager everything. Peter could also wager everything. He's afraid of that. Certainly is plausible. The other one, 1,400. So Peter wagers this maximum 1,400 so as not to fall below Ryan. If they both miss, he will have 10,400 if he's right. So that means Jennifer could wager up to 400. And Ryan, again, questionable, third versus first. That's going to be a difference of 4,200. So a little strange range in there in the middle for him. So now we pair. Oh yeah, one last thing is we got to look at the the zero cover wagers. So the difference here is 1,800. Peter can't safely cover that. You'll see that Jennifer can wager up to that 400 amount. Jennifer can't safely cover a zero wager by Ryan. Anything else? Oh yeah, on the downside here, 3,800 separates two of them. So if he wants to make this questionable range, 3,800 should be his max. Actually, make that 400 more, so 3,400 should be his max. So 3,400 exactly, I guess. If he's really feeling dangerous, he thinks both Peter and Jennifer are going to make dumb wagers. All right, and then we reduce each of these wagers by $1 where they're maximums and add $1 where they're minimums. I'm going to get to the tutorial this weekend. Peter got it wrong and wagered everything. That's an okay wager. I'll give him that. Jennifer also got it wrong and wagered a bit too much.
What?
Ryan completed the holy trifecta again and wagered the bare minimum 7,001. He'll come back tomorrow. The nice thing about being a military guy is I don't think you have to bring changes of clothes. Saves some stressful decisions in the green room. One thing I want to comment about Peter's response of Pharaoh Ramses. I was in a similar situation in my first college championship final game. The clue asked for two cities named at various times after two people, or no, one city named after two people born 1,700 years apart. And I figured out it was, all right, Leningrad and St. Petersburg. And I only put Peter because I didn't want to be too specific. But someone else put Peter the First, and they had to rule mine incorrect because they didn't know which Peter I was talking about. Of course, St. Petersburg is in the name, and oh well. It's all water under the bridge. Peter was a good player, and didn't work out for him today. And I'm interested to see what Ryan will do tomorrow. One other thing. We've only had one correct Final Jeopardy response this week, and it was from Mary Beth on Tuesday, who only had 1,200. Hound of the Baskervilles. Alright. Tough break. We'll see you tomorrow on the Final Wager.